It's 10:30 p.m. Saturday night. Last night I couldn't sleep at all. Not at all. Not one wink. So I decided to go back through my history of my vlogs and my videos. I went back about 10 years. I've been on here 17. I wanted to go back before to see if I had my old boyfriend on film. I didn't make it quite that far because he died like 11 or 12 years ago. And so I hit a wrong button and I was back to square one. Bummer. But I have noticed my vlogs were like 2-3 minutes long, 4.5 at the most. I was a lot more fun. I had a lot more variety going on. I looked a lot younger. I had more things to do. I could do more things. I didn't spend much time in very many rooms or anything, but I don't know, the feeling was different. Society was different. What you could say and what you couldn't say. There were no bots kicking you off or telling you, oops, you effed up. I used some kind of a editor, which was in my computer, which one day disappeared. They gave you a warning. It said, by the end of this month, it will disappear, and it did. So that's when I started using YouTube Editor. Beforehand, I had all kinds of music I could use. Now, I'm going to have to either write my own music or something, because I don't need any strikes against me. And they apparently sent whatever notification to a different email that I no longer have. And I can't get into because I don't know how. So I have to work on that tomorrow. I made more food today. I made some Irish sausages, little bangers, and a bunch of roasted vegetables. I need to divide them up into different containers, put some in the freezer, one's in the fridge. So I've got a lot of soup and a banger meal in the fridge, a bunch of stuff in the freezer, bags of ready-made lemonade from Real Lemons in the freezer in the garage. Which, well, it snowed this morning and it snowed this afternoon. The other day, Brian, it was barefoot weather. I mean, Brian was barefoot, and little man was barefoot, and I don't remember what day it was. And he says, hey, take a picture of us barefoot. Let's send it to Scott. Hee hee hee. Because he's up in Saskatoon where it's like 12 below or something. So I did send the picture of the barefoot picture up there. So I think we're getting our just desserts. It's very cold. It's near freezing. And it's going to be that way all week. Very unusual. Very unusual around here. I don't know if it's going to be the new norm or what. I've been very, very, very depressed. I hadn't been eating for several days. Today I ate something. But I did make a doctor appointment. There's a number I can call, and you're allowed 10 minutes per 24 hours to talk to somebody. I might do that tomorrow if I can't talk to my son or my brother, or my son in Canada, or my brother in Georgia. I need to talk to somebody. I need to know that it's worthwhile being here. Yeah, it's getting bad. And this weather and politics and everything else under the sun, and the woke generation and all this and that and all this bullshit that's all over the place. I can see why old people will themselves to die, because it's just outrageous. Like, what is our society coming to? I don't understand. Maybe the fall of Rome or whatever other civilizations there were fell because of this stupidity. People got too nutsoid and they ended themselves as a society. I don't know. It's sorry to be a bummer and a downer, but Kitty Cat was with me all day, which was very nice. I did a mountain load of dishes, cooked up all the rest of that stuff I meant to cook up. I do want to make some collages, but I have other stuff that can be eaten first. then I'll make collages. Because I kind of been wanting that too. I've been doing all these things that are from my past, almost like I'm winding up my life to die. Maybe there's something out there I don't know of. Maybe the kitty cat knows something. Haven't been to a doctor in over a year. Everyone else in my family had cancer of some sort. Richard was riddled with it when he died. David had bladder cancer for a while. Mom had breast cancer. Dad had lymphoma. Even my old boyfriend died of leukemia. It's like, well, Brian said if you live long enough, you'll get cancer of some sort. It's just the way we've poisoned our environment. He's probably right. I try to do the best I can. And I'm mad at myself a lot of times that I haven't gotten very far, that I can't provide. I'm the grown-up. I'm supposed to be providing, not him providing for me. There are a few things that I can do. I've been thinking of writing some children's books. I wrote 2 of them, Where's My Hat and Barney's Magic Car. But I need to put them in a form that's printable. I did it by hand, and I need to put it in a file that is printable, whether I publish it myself or not. I want to write a little bit of music. I look back 10 years in my videos, and some of my intros were from some thing online that made intros, so maybe I'll do that. If that's what's tipping off the bots to hate me or something. Of course, maybe it's my age, You get to a certain age and everybody hates you. You shouldn't. A lot of old people have a lot of secrets. They know a lot of things. Not all old people. Some old people. You know how to deal with disasters that the younger crowd haven't really experienced yet. So I heard today some girl was talking about learning ASL, American Sign Language. She said she spoke to somebody that had learned American Sign Language from a hearing person. And she said, no, you really need to learn it from a deaf person, because the hearing people may not steer you the right direction. So, that's how we learned when we were kids. Your dad worked on the car and you watched him, right? You handed him the screwdriver or the hammer or whatever when he was building something. Or your mom was cooking, hand me the eggs, get the beater out, or the spatula, grease the pan. Those are things that you learn. Are people doing that anymore? I don't think so. I think they're trying to rely all on videos. Videos come in very handy, because that's how we learned to change the brakes on my old car. It comes in very handy, but to learn every single thing that you know from a video, or a toy that does all the talking and moving and all that, that's kind of creepy. It's like you might as well just surrender and turn into a Borg. I'm the Borg Collective. Gadzooks. I didn't want this to be very long, and I'm pretty sure it's long. Yeah, it's almost 9 minutes. No intro for this one. Just, I need help. Does anyone like me? Upward and onward.